Hey guys, welcome to Kim and the Crease podcast. Oh god, did that go? Everything's going horribly today. Hi guys, welcome to Kim and Crease podcast number 114. My name is Kim, also called Isles Girl 3, and we're here talking about updates about New York Islanders hockey after this past week. And I think it's safe to say that the Islanders have hit a new low. Just something I've observed. A lot of fans are probably agreeing with me right now. Things are getting in the way of me sitting here. Everything. Oh my gosh. So I'm sorry about the stream setup today. For 20 minutes I was waiting for this program to update. 20 minutes. And so I was late. And then it wouldn't open. I swear to God, I deleted the old stream. And right as I deleted the old stream, it updated. And I was like, are you kidding? So it's been a day. And even now, Streamlabs is effing up and I can't even see the chat. It's not even showing me chat. It's been a day, guys. Okay, so we're gonna try again. There we go. Now I can see chat. But the sound is a bit low. Okay, hold on. I think I know why. Because I turned it down from when I went. Here, hold on. Now it won't let me adjust audio. How does that sound? Do I sound better? I adjusted the audio. I turned it down a little bit for when I do like the game streams, and so it's probably because of from the game stream. Hopefully it sounds better. If you guys need me to bump up the mic, just tell me that you need me to bump up the mic so this way it's not too low. Somewhat better? Okay, how about now? I put the mic to 0.8. How about now? Put some more gain. That's probably gonna blast your ears. Alright. Just adjusted. Perfect. Yay. Okay. Sorry. But, yeah. Islanders had a shit week. This past week, we were against Minnesota. We were against Boston. And then we were against the Caps again. Oh my gosh. Shut up, Eddie. I don't want it to be too loud because that would be horrible. Okay. Loss, and loss. Like, not even. And we're getting frustrated. The team's getting frustrated and things are tearing to pieces. I think you guys aren't knowing the big thing I'm going to be talking about tonight that actually has hurt my heart a little bit. And I just want to get to it right away. And that was the Cizikas comments. And you guys know, if you followed me for a while, I am probably Casey's biggest fan. I wear his jersey almost to every game. I love him with all of my heart. And he made a comment after last game that kind of shook the fan base. And I've seen some comments that it's ridiculous. But I will tell you what the full quote was. I'm going to read it from the article. So, Casey was asked, because after we lost against the Washington Capitals, which I'll get more into that game, fans started chanting very loudly, "Fire Lambert, fire Lambert." And I don't disagree with them. I don't disagree. And after the game, Casey was asked about these chants. And what happened is he said, "It's a joke," Cizikas said. "It's a joke. That kind of stuff ticks me off. It really does. I've got no time for those fans. I've got no time for them. If they want to be like that, they can stay home." Notice he's repeating himself in some things. I think he just said it in the heat of the moment. I think he's very frustrated. I do. I think the team's as frustrated as us about these losses. But, wow, that is crazy to see him attacking the fan base. He's backing up the coach. But is he backing him up personally, or is he backing him up business-wise? That he thinks he's doing a good job. That's where I think this is where the line has been drawn. And I think the Islanders have lost whether it's a business or if it's personal. Do I think Lane Lambert's a great person? Sure. I think he's a wonderful guy. I have no qualms against Lane Lambert. I would go have a drink with him, you know what I mean? But when it comes to being a head coach of a New York hockey team, if I'm thinking business and winning, I don't think he should be the head coach of the New York Islanders. His decisions for lines, his choices, his desperation line changing in the third period, it's not showing results. He's not bringing potential from our players that Barry Trotz could. Barry Trotz brought players to their potential. He's not doing that. Out of curiosity, can you go through the lines he has done? So, we'll talk about last game, because this was something that pissed me off greatly. I'm talking about Simon Holmstrom, and I'm trying to give him more love. So, I'm going to go to Andrew Gross for the lines right now from yesterday. So, one thing that we have seen is great chemistry between Holmstrom and Pageau. That has been something that has come through. Thomas Boyle, thank you for the 5. I'm just going to quickly go through this because I appreciate this. He says, hopefully they wake up during this trip. Thank you for doing these podcasts, Thomas. Hey, it's my pleasure, because this is my way to get my energy out and my frustration. So I appreciate you, Thomas. Thank you so much for that 5. I do. Thank you so much. So, we saw Holmstrom getting some chemistry with Pageau. 2 shorthanded goals by the pair of them working together. Simon Holmstrom gathering the 2 goals. But them working together on the PK has been doing fantastic. Made Robin Leonard very happy. Okay. But them working together has been fantastic. And we've seen chemistries. Writers have been writing of. Stefan Rosner wrote a whole article about the Pageau-Holmstrom chemistry. And he doesn't put that together going into this next game. He says, I'm going to put Holmstrom back on the first line because I want him to take more shots. Guys, what do I always say? For the people who are always on this podcast, what do I always say? I always say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. We have seen Holmstrom on that first line before, and you're going to shove him back up there expecting a different result? We've done this. We've seen the results. Why are you doing the same thing and breaking up a chemistry that we've seen churning? Dumb decision number 1. So, the lines were Borat. Borat. Is that what I'm gonna call that line? The Borat line? I said Barzell and Horvat at the same time, and it came out Borvat. I'm gonna call it the Borat line. Oh no. That's happening now. So the Borat line. Oh, I needed that laugh at least. I needed that laugh. Guys, can we just take an oath every time I do streams and shit? We're calling it the Borat line. If anyone asks, we'll let them understand. Make a sign. It's very nice. Oh no. firing doesn't make sense at all. Hope you're doing well. We'll get into the Woodcroft firing very much later in the podcast, Brandon Sakura. But I would disagree. But thank you. Having like a Borat sign going, very nice. Oh no. Oh, what have I done? Now I'm gonna make that sign. It's gonna happen. Alright. Oh, I'm crying. Okay, Barzell, Horvat, Holmstrom. Second line, Engvall, Nelson, Palmieri. Lee, Pageau, Fashing. And Martin, Cizikas, Clutterbuck. D pairings because Pellick is still out. Aho, Dobson, Romanov, Pullock, Bolduc, Mayfield. Which those, not only did the offensive pairings get changed up, the D pairings got changed up too. Because there was times I saw Mayfield playing with Dobson, which is a little weird. I saw them both on the ice. There was one goal scored, and Dobson and Mayfield were on the ice. But I found that interesting because they're both rights, so I don't know if it was a bad change or something like that. But yeah, thank you, Brandon Sakura. Oh, man. It was crazy. Yeah, no, absolutely, Thomas. Because we just had 3 straight losses in a row. Oh. It was just absolute insanity. And then the other day against Boston, one of the best teams in the league, he sat Pierre Engvall. Yes, he cost us a goal in a critical time against Minnesota. But you sit Pierre Engvall? You sat him? After everything other players have done, their mistakes, now you're choosing to sit players? Dumb. I can't, from things, multiple mistakes I've seen from players, there's players that should be benched during the game that aren't. And that's a huge problem. Huge problem. It's his choices I don't get. What line should have been, if I was coach, if I had to use the same exact players. I'll text, thanks for joining the server, bro. By the way, I'm very jealous of you following the Arizona Coyotes. You look like you're having the freaking best time. This was, if I used the same players. If I used the same players, it would have been Barzell, Horvat, Fashing, Engvall, Nelson, Palmieri, and then I would do Lee, Pageau, and then I would do Holmstrom on the right. And I would switch Fashing and Holmstrom, basically. That's what I would have done. D pairings, I would have done differently too. I would have kept Aho Bolduc pairing. Possibly, or done Aho Mayfield. Aho is someone I feel like you can get around a little bit. It's an absolute blast. I'm at the Coyotes game Thursday in Columbus. Man, you are just living the life, all text, bro. Keep up the mullet for Kerfoot. Honestly, he needs some love. So, but getting back to Islanders, it's just a whole clusterfuck of these lines. Honestly, I would take time, put Gauthier in. Why not? Either I would start Fashing on that first line. Barzell, Horvat, and Fashing. Or I would do, like, try Gauthier. Why not? Gauthier hasn't been playing. No. It's such a waste. Or if anything, put Gauthier on the 4th line. I'm sorry, but it's got to be broken up at some point. Put Gauthier on the 4th line. Try him. See if it gets something going. Cizikas has been flying, and there's no one to fly with him. Try replacing Clutterbuck. Try replacing Martin. Try something. Give him back if you're not using him. Honestly, it's just... You probably talked about this already, but how do you feel about it? Joseph, I was getting to it. But then, everything that's happened with Casey, like I said before, I am his staunch supporter of Casey Cizikas, and one comment should not change feelings about him. He's played for us for over a goddamn decade. A goddamn decade. He's poured his heart and soul out for this goddamn team. Every single game. And we are allowed to make mistakes as humans. I don't know if he regrets that comment. I really don't, because I think he was saying from his heart. Can you really blame a person from saying a truth that they feel? That, you know what, and you know Casey. Casey is a personal dude. That's what I love about him, is he takes things personally. He's personal with his, teammates, and he's personal with his coaches. What did he say about Barry Trotz? He called him family. So what do you think he feels about Lane Lambert? And that's the problem, though, too, is that with hockey, and is that it's a business on top of being, feeling like a family. And that's the tough part, is that you have to draw the line between it being a personal thing and a business thing. Fans are frustrated. And I know that Casey was frustrated after this loss again. I know he was frustrated. I saw it on the ice, too, when he was trying to shoot, and we just couldn't bank it in. I saw it in his eyes. He was frustrated. We're frustrated. So give the guy some goddamn slack for just, saying something out of just in the heat of the moment. We are allowed to make mistakes. We are allowed to make mistakes as humans. That's the only mistake I've seen Casey made in his career. He loves the fans. It probably came out worse than he intended, I will say. He's probably saying, I think what he meant to say is just I wish they wouldn't give so much, on Lane. It's on us too. It's if he had to say it in the media way, it just came out worse than he intended, in my personal opinion. Because I know Casey. But this fan base needs to calm the fuck down. And I will curse when I am extremely upset or angry. This fan base needs to calm down. There are people calling for Casey's head. Are you fucking insane? Saying that he should be gone and traded because of what he said. Guys, if you're that offended by words, relax. He's played his ass off for over the decade for this damn team, and one comment is gonna make you burn his jersey? You need to relax. My God. And you know what? Maybe it's more the Fairweather fans saying it. There's some people defending Lane, which I don't agree with either. If there's anything, I am a middle ground. Yeah, no, it's moronic to me that people say that Cizikas should be gone when he's our top PKer. He's the light of the life on the fourth line. He's how often he is just driving the net. He's one of those players that you don't see often giving 110% on the ice every goddamn shift, no matter what anyone says. And people are saying trade him when he's one of the best fourth liners in the league? Because of a comment. Grow up. Grow up. Yes, did it hurt when I read that as a fan? Absolutely it did. It hurt. But that doesn't mean I want his head. He's allowed to make a mistake in media. People are allowed to make mistakes. And I feel this goes for everything. Any celebrity, any person under a microscope, they're not allowed to make mistakes. If you're a repeat offender with something, if you keep doing something, then that's on you. But everyone is allowed to make a goddamn mistake. And I think, he cares for Lane as a person. But just business-wise, it's not working out. I wish the best for Lane, too. I don't want, to say this and, chant fire Lambert, but I think the thing is that Casey has to understand, we don't want to chant that. We don't want to chant that. But when it feels like this organization there's too much protection to the coaches, to the players. There's too much goddamn protection where no one feels like they're under the knife. There's no one afraid for their jobs. Like how Edmonton just fired their goddamn head coach. making a statement. They're not afraid of that because Lou Lamoriello won't fucking do it. And maybe it's time to, put the foot down and say enough's enough. And no one does that in this organization. That's where we're upset. That's why we're done. That's why we chant that, because no one does anything. And we've been waiting for 5-6 years. We don't want to chant that. We don't want to chant to fire our coach. We want to celebrate our coach. We want to celebrate our players. But we need a goddamn reason to. It's tough. It feels really tough as a fan right now. Because it feels like everyone is looking at each other, pointing, with knives behind their backs. It's really tough. But personally, business-wise, no one should feel safe about their position or their job. If Lane stays the whole season coaching like this, it's a failure of the organization. A failure. I said the other night, I will boo the coaching, not the team. Because here's the thing about the team, is we have potential. We have potential. It's there. It's right there in front of us. But we don't have the person right now, the head coach, to utilize it, to find it, to make it, make potential become reality. That's the biggest problem. No one we have is there to make potential become reality. And that is the biggest blow to us. That is why fans are frustrated, because we see what could be possible for this team and see it year after year not happen. And we've been waiting a hell of a long time. A long time. At least they aren't the Sharks. You know what? Here's the thing about the Sharks, and this is what's more frustrating to me. In the Sharks position, if I was a Sharks fan, we talked with Nick last week. Listen, did you see that Nick was that upset? No. Because you know what? He knows that organization doesn't have the potential. Here's the thing. There's a difference between having potential and not having potential. He knows the Sharks don't have the potential to go anywhere. So it's just about rebuilding, sitting back and watching and hopefully getting a first pick. That's the difference, is that we're knowing that we're in knowing you're in a rebuild, knowing you're just needing, to just start over. That's a whole different situation. There's an acceptance in that. Where we are is not an acceptance, because we have damn potential. And when an organization refuses to fire or hire the right people to get the job done, that's where frustration sets in. There's an acceptance in knowing you need to rebuild, and there's an acceptance and, feeling good and having a good head coach like we did with Barry Trotz and everything. But there's frustration and anger when you see a team that has the possibility to do great things and the right pieces aren't there to exploit them. There's no expectations, yes. We have expectations, and they're not being met. That's what's so frustrating about the Islanders right now. We see games where we should have won. We should have walked out of there with 2 points. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We got 3-goal leads, 2-goal leads, and we washed them away. We washed them away. Because Lane wanted to experiment on lines. Or Lane is telling them to sit back and play defense. Lane! Not the frickin' team. Lane! That's where I get pissed. We lost games because of his coaching. So yeah, I will be mad. Because if we learned anything from last season, it's where every point matters. Every goddamn point matters. Matt Barzal said, I don't want to squeak by to the playoffs again. And the players and the fans don't want that. We don't want it either. We don't want to be in a damn wild card race again, hoping that the freaking Penguins lose to the damn Blackhawks. We don't want that shit again. You know? We want to just be in there, be a contender, and have a chance with people who believe and have, bring us to our full potential and bring us to expectation. And it's frustrating. Don't sit back during games. Play each period like you need to win. Even if you're winning by 7 goals. You play to win. Put the puck in the back of their net. I don't give a damn how many goals you score 14 goals, give me 15. You score 20 goals, give me 21. Never sit back. Ridiculous. That's why I want Lane gone. I have nothing against him personally, but his coaching decisions is where I have a problem. With being a fan from this team for so long, it is the wrong decision to make. But yeah, I'm sorry. I got a little heated, but we're all frustrated. We're all frustrated. And we just want to see the goodness start. It just feels like we've been waiting so long. We've seen the issues, the blaring issues that need to be fixed, and they sit open like an open sore. They sit there open like an open sore. That's the issue. And you know what? No one should feel safe about their position. No one's showing up and wanting to score goals. Fine. We have beautiful players down in the Bridgeport that's actually killing it right now. I really want to go to a Bridgeport game watching Matt Maggio, Ishikov, bring up Asselin, who's been doing fantastic down in Bridgeport. If you guys haven't known, Andrew Gross actually, Stefan Rosner actually just wrote an article about Asselin and how well he's been doing in Bridgeport. We have starving young players who are dying to come up and take your position. And yeah, that sounds a little threatening. Good. Threaten them. No one's job is safe. Because if people don't start banking goals, I'll find a kid who wants to score. It's getting to that point where that's my desperation. And with Lane Lambert, his desperation showing, him switching lines left, right, up, and down during the third fucking periods. And then not even in desperation, he's done it. He did it with let me just switch up the lines because I feel like it. It's gotta stop. It's done. Lou needs to make a statement and fire Lambert. I think Casey feels for him personally, and you have to separate personal feelings from business. This is where you have to separate personal feelings from business, and it's tough because they're with him every day. They know him as a person, family guy, things like that. They've known him over the years with Trotz. But he's not showing the results. And someone needs to step up and say no more. No more. We need a coach. So, honestly, if I was Lou, I would be actively doing interviews for head coaches. I would be doing interviews for head coaches right now. Fire Lane and immediately input the new coach. When I feel like I have the right slot. Yeah, Joseph, I know they look at Bridgeport only when there's injuries, but if I could bring up Bridgeport kids, I would. Absolutely. I saw an interesting tweet, though. I asked what time. I don't think they responded to me. Let me just double check and see if this person did respond to me, because I'm very curious. But I saw an interesting tweet from last game from somebody. Let me see. If I can find it. Okay, here we go. He did respond to me. So, this was someone on Twitter named Real Bry Guy. He tweeted this out after the game. He said, Lou just stormed out of his suite. And so I asked him for when he did that. He says, as the game was closing. Apparently, he was with Johnny Boychuk in the suite. Apparently, Lou was, like, he said that he stormed out with anger. And Johnny Boychuk quickly followed him. So hopefully, that's a little hope for optimism. Him and Johnny Boychuk just took off before I could even turn around, he said. So, if anything, that's a little something. Whew. So hopefully that's a little something. Hopefully going the right way for the New York Islanders. But hopefully that means Lou is... I don't know if I have much hope for him looking to do the right thing for this team, but we can have dreams. Lou showing emotion is honestly shocking. Yeah, no, if anything, like, him showing emotion here after this loss of, like, anger is a little beacon of hope. That I'm glad that he's angry. I'm glad that he's frustrated. I'm glad the team... You know what? I'm glad the team is frustrated. I'm glad, the team is as frustrated as we are. I want them to be. I want them to care. I do. I really do. Free Wally. Oh, man. It's tough. It's a tough situation right now with the New York Islanders. But that's basically my breakdown. This next week coming up, we'll break down the games. Monday, tomorrow, against Edmonton. They will have a brand new coaching staff in for the first game against us. Because why wouldn't they? Oh, speaking of, with the Washington Capitals game, the goalie who beat us, that was his second ever NHL start. Shepard, the goalie, second ever NHL game, by the way. Yeah. I would be a shit GM. But we're going against Edmonton. Wednesday against Vancouver, and they are red hot. And it's going to be the reunion of Beauvilliers with some of the players. We're going to be in Vancouver for this. This is a whole away game schedule, by the way, guys. Thursday, we're going to be against Seattle. So we're going to have a nice back-to-back Vancouver-Seattle. Friday. Oh, okay, sorry. It's saying it ends. Sorry, because I was like, wait, that Friday. But then we play again in Calgary. And then Sunday, I will be talking with you guys. So we're going to have Edmonton, Vancouver, Seattle, and Calgary. So we're going to have 4 games this week. With 2 games back-to-back. We gotta win. Especially against Edmonton. The freaking Sharks beat Edmonton. We gotta win. This next game has to be a win. Has to be. There's no in between. Hold on, let me check my fantasy really fast. Because I was very close. Because my goalies let me down. Thank God he forgot to set his lineup. I won. Final. I won in fantasy, guys. Let's go. 5-0. Woo! That was a close matchup. I won, though. Jason Robertson got me 7 points tonight, bro. Heiskanen got me 5, and Robertson got me 7. Woo! That was close. But I won. Whew, that was close. But yeah, no, I almost lost. I basically had it in the bag, but yesterday my goalies, I had Varlamov, and UC Saros, by the way, UC Saros was a minus 8.4 for me yesterday in fantasy. Are any game streams on this trip? Nashville! Oh, any game streams. I'm gonna do Nashville vlog. Any game streams for this trip? Let's see, because I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so tomorrow, sorry guys. I'm working Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but Wednesday night is a 10 p.m. game. I could come home from work and do Wednesdays. It's gonna be tough though because I'm gonna be exhausted, but I want to watch the game. Friday, I can do as well. Sorry, not Friday. Saturday. I think I'm free. I could do those days. Let me see. I have to check about the Saturday game, but Wednesday I can do after work. I will be absolutely exhausted, but I can do that game. It's going to be after a 3-day as well, too. My brother wrote himself a chat GPT with saying apology to Islanders fans, bro. But yeah. The Borat line. I can't with the Borat line, man. The Borat line. It's official. That's what I'm calling it. I literally didn't even mean to say that, and it came out. So, you know what? Good things come from Freudian slips. I really want to make a sign that says the Barzell plus Horvat equals the Borat line, and I just want to make him with the thumbs up doing very nice. And I want to see if they see it, because I will, oh my god. I'm immediately putting that onto a sign. Thank you, Addie, because I am immediately going to put that on a sign. When's our next home game? Oh god. Is this one at UVS against the Flyers? Can't even see. You know what? That really pisses me off. Yeah, against the Flyers next Wednesday, November 22nd. I think I'm off that day. November 22nd. I'm working. I hate life. I really do. I keep having to rush for work. The 25th we are playing. I'm working. Every single, you know what's funny with my work schedules? I request off home games. Like, I request to not be scheduled on home games, and they schedule me for home games. Like, it's actually a joke. November 28th is the next game at Prudential Center. I can do it at Prudential Center. How about that? I can go down to Prudential Center with that sign. It's gonna take like the whole month, but I can do it. Oh man, someone say Flyers. But yeah, I am definitely locking that sign up. Hold on, I'm gonna put it. I have of notes with sign ideas. Borat line. Surprising Dobson leads. Well, he's been getting many assists, and he has a few goals under his belt. I think he has like 2 or 3 maybe. I think he has 3 goals, 3, 4. But you know, because he's leading in assists too. Like, what the blank? They really don't know about you and your love for the Owls, kid. That's all wrong, sister. Who doesn't know? What are you talking about? The players? No, some of the players do. Martin and Cizikas always pointed out. With Martin and Cizikas both asked me at the same event, where's the lipstick? So they know. But other than that, all my bosses. Oh, they know. Oh, they know. I had my makeup on this for last shift, and they went, game tonight, Kim? And I went, yep. One of my bosses is actually an Islanders fan, and she was at the game the other night too. So she's a good, but yeah, no, it's just about so we're not short. Whew. Oh, I saw the Lafreniere shootout goal. Is it crazy there's a shootout against Columbus? But yeah, just saw that backhander. I like Bovillier as a fourth line player, he says. I'm not dyeing my hair out of your freaking nuts. Go dye your hair, says Lefty. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. If anything, I would do like my tips. Like the tips of my hair, but nah, I would never. Ooh. Classic insult. Go dye your hair. I made a sign, actually, guys. I don't know if you know about it. I made a sign to Matt Martin just to make him laugh. Because we were against Detroit, and he said it to one of the Detroit Red Wings players all those years ago. I think it was like 2013. And so I made a sign for Matt Martin that says, go tell him, Martin, go dye your hair. And I had it at the glass, and he looked up and he laughed. he did like the sign. So I'm just glad, like, just to make a players laugh. Honestly, that's all I need. That's all I need. We have Rick Trochette as our coach. He could be the coach of the year. That was the highlight of that. No, Joseph. The highlight, he just hit his 900th game? Just nuts. But yeah, the Oilers sweeping house. That's what I'm talking about, making a statement. I'm so glad the Oilers did that. Because that's what should be done. Your team's got this potential. Like, the Oilers, a team that everyone expected to do these great things, has potential. Has Connor McDavid. This is a team we're talking about, guys. This is exactly what I'm talking about, and the Oilers get it. This is a team I was just talking about. They have Connor fucking McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Insanity players. And we're losing just as bad as we are. With insane potential team. And what did they do? They fired their coach. Because it wasn't working. But yeah. Jeff Jackson, president and general manager, Ken Holland, and everyone, assistant coaches, will address the media. Once the head coach Dave Woodcroft and assistant coach Dave Manson have been relieved of their duties, which is exactly what you should do. I think they absolutely made the right call. That's what should be done. That's what should always be done. That firing was exactly what the Oilers needed, and watch it. I want to see what happens with the Oilers now. I hopefully want to see us win our first game, but after our game against Edmonton, I want to see them turn it around. I really do want to see the Edmonton Oilers turn it around, just to show what the Islanders should be doing. Plain and simple. Lefty, that's what we need to do. I agree. I know they put the Wolfpack coach as their head coach. With the Islanders, putting our AHL coach as head coach, I'm not too sure about that. I'm not 100% cool about that, but it's just why I'd say behind the scenes, I'd be doing coaching interviews. I'd be interviewing head coaches. I mean, Lou's got to know a lot of people, so just saying. Whew. Would you consider Barzal 100% untouchable? Yeah. Yes. Abso-freaking-lutely. He is untouchable. Nothing's gonna happen with Barzal. Trust me. Babcock is a definite no. He just walks in the locker room. Give me your phone! Yo, the Halloween costume of someone dressing up as Babcock and asking people for phones was hilarious. That was amazing, whoever did that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Barzell is 100%. No player is untouchable, in my opinion. I don't believe in untouchable assets. Darkness, like, here's the thing, is if that player requests it, maybe, like, obviously, but, like, Darkness. For the Oilers, do you think Connor McDavid is untouchable? I would absolutely think so. Like, what are you gonna trade for Connor McDavid? Your whole damn team? Like, there's no way you would let someone like that go. Like, it's just, I don't know. Personally, I think he's an untouchable. I feel like there's, in every team, there's, like, one untouchable. Like, Washington, Ovechkin, Penguins, Crosby. You know, like, there's always one untouchable in every team, I feel like. No, I do think 100%. Unless Barzell was completely adamant and done with the team, and we could get a really good trade for him, like, I would say. Gretzky was traded. Yes, he was traded. It's a different time now, though. When you have that one superstar, like, they're going to stay where they are. Unless they're really touching, like, unless they are really asking to be traded. Sorokin feels more untouchable to me. Sorokin is nuts, too. Allmark for Edmonton and Draisaitl. I'm so sorry, guys. Ugh. Makar and McKinnon for McDavid. Yeah. Damn, imagine that trade went down. That'd be fucking nuts. The trade is 1-for-1. Anyone could be traded, yes, Mad Mike. If you're talking about just in general, yes, anyone could be traded. But if you're talking about in general terms of looking to be traded, like pieces that, like, we're really gonna set on the table, it's 100% not gonna be Barzell. Like, if you're gonna go after Barzell, you better be cooking with that return. But I don't know why we're even talking about this, because that's not gonna happen. Kreider is untouchable, and I know he is for you. Oh, who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody who, like, actually, like, met Kreider, and I said, you would have died. Yeah, I know, Lefty. Alright. But yeah, I had what I needed to get out tonight, I did, which I appreciate you for all coming to my TED Talk about the New York Islanders. But I really do feel like it was necessary to get all of that out off the chest. I feel like it's something Islanders fans just need to do right now, to regroup, to refresh, to breathe a little bit. You can call me Lefty too? Wow, cool. They what? I saw the proposed trade, Jordan. It was Allmark and prospects from Edmonton for Fogel and Dries. Wait, what? Yeah, I know Mike is just throwing mock trades out. Yeah, honestly, like, I didn't even hear about that possible trade. There's no way. There's no actual way. Yeah, everyone's like, ain't no way. That trade definitely did not occur. I'm still in shock we beat the Avs 8-2. Yeah, no, my friend who's an Avs fan was like, I like, literally want to die. But St. Louis, yes, St. Louis was like, hello? They had Kreider? Yeah, I knew he was going to be excited about that. But yeah, any last minute questions, just throw them my way, please. Throw any last minute questions my way. Anything about Islanders, definitely just run it by me. Because you know I'm your girl to answer any Islanders questions for you guys. Got my new Booster Club hoodie. Like, oh, I love these so much. Established 1972, since day one. Booster Club hoodies. So if you're a part of the Booster Club, hit up Claire to get one of these hoodies. They're so comfortable, and I love the hockey strings, man. He's throwing out trades from Shell. But yeah, like I said, otherwise I'm maybe end early tonight. how much I might want one. Hey, I'll talk to Claire. I can talk to Claire for you, Addie, because I got you. Got a rocket in my hometown. Exactly. And Addie, remember, so Addie's helping me a girl out. He's getting me a new Isaiah George jersey. If you guys know, our prospect Isaiah George is on the London Knights. I can't wait for him to come up. So he was telling me the other night he spoke to Isaiah George, and I'm like, I hate you. I hate you with all of my heart. Like, he was like, yeah, we were just chatting, we're chill. I would love that. But yeah, I'm excited for Isaiah George to come up. I think he's a fantastic prospect. It would be such a Blues thing to lose to San Jose after dominating the Avs. Honestly, yeah. That always happens, right? You win against great teams, then lose against the worst teams. Islanders used to do that once upon a daydream. Those late round steals. Honestly, we've done well there with the drafting. The late round steals, honestly, we've done really well there. The one thing Lou is good at, yeah. But honestly, I've said about Lou, I've said about Gar Snow. I gotta give a lot of credit to our team, our scouting team. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. I gotta give a lot of credit to the scouting team for finding those picks. And a lot of times we can only do late round picks because Lou trades all of our early first round and second round picks. Christ. It sucks seeing freaking Milano on the Caps, though. I would have killed to have Sonny Milano. Like I said, though, it's Gar Snow, but it's also scouting. Thoughts on where Patrick Kane will sign? I have no clue. And the same thing with Phil Kessel. What's going on with Phil Kessel in this signing? Patrick Kane, I have no clue. I have no clue where Kane will go. And it's at this point, I can't believe it's already November and he still hasn't signed. Honestly, Jordan, with trades, I would look for a forward. If I had to do a trade. Realistic trade. But I don't know, because I would look for the right winger. I gotta look for the right winger. Kane is going to Buffalo, so I'll post. Do you think he's going to sign with the Buffalo Sabres? He wants his own goal horn. That's why he's going to Buffalo. I'm hearing either Rangers, Sabres, or Red Wings for Showtime. Okay. Rangers, Sabres, or Red Wings? I don't know if he would... I don't think... Can the Rangers afford him? Can the Rangers even afford Patrick Kane? I really don't see it being with the Rangers again. We should re-sign Bailey. That's what's missing. Oh my god. Addie, what did you do? Oh, okay. So he just sent me a tweet that says Patrick Kane will sign a 2-year deal with Buffalo per this person I've never heard of. But he's got a lot of hockey knowledge about this Buffalo Sabres. Kane had a below average season last year, blah, blah, blah. 2-year contract is not ideal for Sabres perspectives. Okay. Yeah, they're saying in the next week it's looking like Kane to Sabres. That looks like a done deal. Not sure how reliable it is, but I saw it. Interesting. So, possible Patrick Kane to the Sabres. What about your boy Phil? You not checking up on your boy Phil? The Mets and Islanders are polar opposites. Mets sign everyone and miss the playoffs, while the Islanders don't sign anyone and somehow make the playoffs. Yeah. If you talk about last year, yeah. A 2-year deal and a guy coming off hip surgery is insane. I'm wondering if he would take a small amount contract just for a year and just go into free agency. It's just, that's the biggest thing. It's like just figuring out. It looks like the term is what's causing the holdup. Sounds like one of the experts on Pawn Stars. Yeah, this is really cool, but let me get an expert about this. Honestly, though, because, like, no one's an expert about signings and trades. We're not gonna hear it until, like, you know, the big boys, David Pagnotta or Elliot Friedman, starts tweeting about it. Sabres, what do you expect? What song do you guys think Patrick Kane would pick if he's a Buffalo Sabre? What would be his goal song? What would you expect for his goal song? Patrick Kane. He was on the Blackhawks. You think he would have put It Wasn't Me? Sorry, bad jokes. Speaking of that, another person came forward with the Blackhawks, which is absolutely just despicable. I don't get how, and some of my friends sent me something about this, how the Blackhawks get rewarded for the atrocities they did. They have Connor Bedard, and then, like, a messed up trade by the freaking Senators, they have to give up, like, a draft pick, and, like, in a first-round draft pick. Like, that's just, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. How the Blackhawks got, like, a slap on the hand for much worse atrocities that their team did. And the Senators literally got a worse punishment for forgetting about a no-trade clause. It's ridiculous. Nylander to the Islanders for Nelson in a first. Yeah, okay. Chelsea's dagger. Da, 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 da. Yeah, just bring back the fucking Blackhawks song. Still believe the lotto was rigged? Oh, absolutely I do. I don't for a second think it wasn't. Sign Bailey and Kessel. Yo, bring in Phil the Thrill. That's how we're gonna fix the Islanders, guys. Yeah! Chelsea's dagger is ass. I like the song. Just not as a goal song. I remember in Chicago, it was like, it felt just like, really? Like, you score and you're like, yeah! And then it's, and like, and I was like, okay. Like, it just feels like a letdown a little bit. I don't know, it just wasn't my love as a goal song. Anything else, guys? Chelsea said he was basically Chicago's second hand. I know you were joking, John. Knights have used it since Max Domier, and it's so grating. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we've covered everything I've wanted to cover tonight. We're going to go over 4 games this upcoming week. Hopefully we have better news, and hopefully there's a different direction this next week with Lane. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Hopefully they're giving him one more chance and we can go on from there. But I love you guys. As I end every stream, your teams would not be who they are without your passion, your love, and it's just, they wouldn't be who they are without your love for this team. You're a fan. You're a fanatic. You love your team, and that's why they are who they are. So put in the chat, let's go Islanders, let's go Devils, let's go Oilers, let's go Sharks, let's go Blackhawks, whatever your team is, put it in the chat, because they wouldn't be who they are without your love, determination, and passion for them. So definitely light up the chat with your favorite team. Let me know who you love, and let them know who you love, because that's the most important part about hockey, is that you just keep the love and the passion. Guys, my name is Kim Miles Girl 3. It's been a pleasure to talk to you guys again. I will see you next Sunday.